Hi there. Welcome to day 28. As you know, it's a Sunday today if you're doing this live with me, and on Sundays, I am with my core club. So today, though, I thought it would be fun for you to see what I teach on Sundays with my core club. Every Sunday, we have a live restorative mat class. And it's a favorite amongst the core clubbers because it's just a really gentle routine, a place to connect with your body. We really work on mobility and de-stressing the body, as well as alignment, fine-tuning, and releasing all that gunk that happened during the week so that we can start our new week feeling incredible. So if that sounds like something you'd like to do, then come join me on this quick little 15-minute restorative flow. Okay, so we're going to start by really connecting with our mat, because our mat is a prop, it is a tool, it is an apparatus, and we want to use it to our benefit. So as you're lying here, arms long down by your sides, feet anchored, I want you to feel your body just connect with your mat, anchoring where it needs to, such as the back of the pelvis, back of the ribs, shoulder blades, and the back of the head as you look straight up to the ceiling. I'm going to start to connect with your breath and notice how your breath is a place to kind of work into the tension in your body and let it go. Notice how that breath can really start to energize your body, warm it up, tune it up, connect it up. I could do this for 15 minutes. Good, and then just from here, all I want you to do is draw your pelvis towards you on an inhale. Exhale it away. And we're not really changing the shape of our spine. We're just really trying to isolate the movement in our pelvis. So knees stay where they are, spine stays lengthened. You can take that pelvis now side to side without the knees going with you. So one hip pulls down as the other pulls up. So feel that opposition, and it's going to help you stretch the muscles a little deeper, because just that one little idea is going to stretch the mind a little bit and allow you to connect more body to mind. And when you can connect your mind to your movement, you can get deeper. And then let's take it just into a little circle, like go clockwise a few times, and then you can go counterclockwise a few times. Just keep breathing deeply into your center. I like to sometimes take my hands on my hip bones. It allows me to just sort of feel it a little bit more. And then just take it right to center. You can roll it halfway up a little bit. And halfway down. And maybe with each rep, you just start to get a little bit higher. Really work into finding each vertebrae getting sort of a separate anchoring. I don't care how you breath, just breathe deeply. Find your center. Anchor those arms and feel how that can help open you up too. I really like to press my upper arms down as I roll down, and it really helps me to open my back and chest more. Those areas just are flexed forward so much in our day. Doesn't it feel good to just open it up? And then when you're doing that while articulating, you can really feel that stretch. And I love how with Pilates, it's not the stretch you're used to doing where you kind of stretch and reach for your toes, you know. It's a stretch and strengthen at the same time. It's a stretch and stability at the same time. There's no other feeling like it. That's what's so great about Pilates. I don't have to tell you that though, right? You wouldn't be here if you didn't get it. Good. All right, now you're going to hold it here, and we're just going to let one leg hover, and then the other leg. And you're just going to go side to side, and you're going to try not to let the pelvis tilt with the movement. So it's all coming from your center, right? And then you can allow one knee to fall in, and then the other side. And how stable can you hold that pelvis? And you're going to get a nice little knee stretch or hip stretch. It's really windy here today, so she's scared of the wind, which is why she's like on top of me. Good. One more each side. And then lower down. And then reaching your arms up towards the ceiling. Just want you to stretch those arms nice and wide and anchoring them down on the mat. Ribs and pelvis stay down, and then press them right back up. Okay, 2 more times. Reach and up. And now, on your next exhale, reach behind you. Anchoring the ribs, feeling the movement come from your center, right? Your wrists are long, your fingers are long. Don't forget about all the details. Because notice the difference if you're just light and fluffy with those arms and hands. Do you feel that difference? Yeah, you might be connected a little bit with your back, but I want reach. It's like it's an exercise, right? Good, and then just take it down. Now squeeze your thighs together, and we're going to try to hover the feet and try not to let the low back pop up. Anchoring all those things you were anchoring. And then you're going to hold it up there. Good, and now stretch the arms. And can you stretch those arms back behind you like you did before while keeping those feet there? And maybe little toe taps. Ooh, how fun. Stretch those arms longer. Anchor them. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then release down. Excelente. All right, so you're going to pull the knees up. You're going to grab hold of the thighs. Take an inhale as you prepare yourself. Exhale, flex the head, neck, and shoulders up. Feel that stretch of the upper back, okay? Now you're going to let go of those arms, and you're going to stay where you are. And try to lift the arms up towards the ceiling and keep that chest where it is. Go ahead, grab your thighs. Lower it back down. Again, on your exhale, chin towards the belly button as you stretch the upper back. Stay where you are. Really keep that chest lifted as you let go. Stretch the arms up. Stay where you are. Bring it back down and lower. Okay, one more time. Flex it up. Good. Stay and stretch. Reaching up. Bring it down. And go ahead and hug it on in. Okay, you're going to take your feet wide as the mat, and you're just going to let your knees go like windshield wipers. Just side to side. This is ridiculous, I know. Good, side to side. And as you're going side to side, I want you to reach through the thigh as well as press it down. And your shoulders don't move. So I'm reaching long through my thigh as I press it down. Long through my thigh as I press it down. Should feel good. And that low back's getting a little sort of rotation in the spine. I'm going to do one more. Good. And then just bring it on back in. Super. All right, so let's turn to our side, and you're going to cradle your arm in your hand, and you're going to come to two 90-degree angles at your knees and hips. Your top arm stretches long. So I'm going to anchor my bottom hip, anchor this arm, and then use that anchor to help open up into rotation and a giant big circle as I bring it back in, okay? The more you can anchor, the more movement you can get, the more twist you can get. You're going to hold it open. Really look and turn. Keep your knees on top of each other and bring it all the way in. All right, let's go to the other side. So picture a whole hour class like this, right? Where we really just focus on awesome feel-good movement. Anchoring the hip and arm. And you get to ask questions. We can talk to each other. We have an awesome, awesome community. So you're doing feel-good movement while hanging out with some awesome people and really just connecting to yourself and to others. It's really so powerful for you and your health and well-being. Anchoring that bottom hip, anchoring the bottom arm, looking at that top hand. Good, and then come to center. Now we're going to go to our stomach. And think about it. If you have questions about your alignment or what you're doing, you have access to me. I can help you and I can see your alignment and walk you through it. Okay. So as you're on your stomach, let's allow your legs to be, they can be a little bit apart, they can be together, whatever you want. Arms down by your sides. And as you anchor the pubic bone, you're just going to anchor the feet and you're going to push through your mid-back. Stay right there. So I want you to almost imagine your hands dragging back to help open the mid-back forward more. And that anchors your pubic bone and your feet as they reach away as well. You feel that? Again, that's your mind connecting to your movement. It's creating deeper patterns in your body. So you can really find new patterns in your body, and you'll notice it in your everyday movement, alignment, strength. Constantly adjusting, right? I'm going to do one more. And then feel free, if you feel really connected enough and you want, feel free to go up into a further stretch. Good. Sit back. Good. Come to center. Hands underneath shoulders, knees under hips. Just rotate and drop your head as you lift your hips up. Come back to center. Go the other way. Reach. Reach. I'm going to do one more. Come to center and just press your chest down and your hips up. Really reach that and then stretch it back for a good little stretch back. Roll it up through the spine, finding your hips on your heels, giving that a good stretch. Good. And then we'll turn it into a mermaid position. And if you're not comfortable in mermaid like this, just kind of go into a diamond shape in front of you if you want, okay? So we want to try to anchor both hips as much as possible. Feel free to sit on a cushion as well. And then just lifting up tall through the spine so you reach your arms up. Let's just do a little sort of airplane going side to side, anchoring your hips, as you stretch up and over with your spine, and then take it over. Stay there as you stretch. And then we'll go up and over the other way, looking down towards the floor. Good. And some people, with like if you have a knee issue or hip issues, you might not like this rotation of the knee and hip. So definitely go into that sort of little diamond shape with your feet. Or elevate your hips. Good. Come back up and let's go the other way. So just shift your legs, okay? And as you anchor those hips, feeling that release may be happening somewhere in those thighs, lifting it up, we're going to tilt it. So you've seen a lot of these movements that I've done before throughout these 28 days, but a little bit more gentle with it, right? And then just drop it and reach. It's all about pace, and we're a lot slower on Sundays. I think the restorative flow comes on a Sunday because mentally, I think we allow ourselves to be more gentle and slower on Sundays. So the fact that class is on a Sunday morning on the East Coast, on Eastern time. If you're somewhere else, you can always do the replay. Replays are always available. But it's just a nice mental connection with ourselves to be slower. And come on up and down. All right, lie down on your back. All right. And just kind of settle into that mat again like you did in the beginning of class. And I want you to keep your left heel, so connect your heels together. Keep your left leg where it is, anchoring the heel and the hamstring. You're going to pull the right leg in towards you. But keep your pelvis down and keep that left leg exactly where it was. I want you to really concentrate on that leg that's down, because usually we always concentrate on the leg that's coming in, right? But in Pilates, we like focus on the thing that you wouldn't expect. So let's focus on the anchoring. Heel, hamstring. Find the seat and hamstring on this side. So use your hand, place it right where the seat meets the hamstring and squeeze that. Now anchor. See if you feel any more support. Now on the side with this straight leg, can you pull that hip bone up to the ribs a little bit? Connect the whole side of your body. Good. You can stretch this leg up a little bit if you want. And then bring it back in. And then we're going to take this leg, we're going to bring it over, and you're going to stay anchored in that bottom leg, but allow it to twist. And let's keep our shoulders down. Breathe into this. You can stretch this top leg as well. Stretch it long. This opposite leg is long as well. Good. And then just come back to center, stretch it down, heel to heel, and then the right leg is going to stay. We're going to anchor it as we pull in, heel, hamstring, find where the seat and hamstring meet, right? What does that do? If you're just holding here and stretching, right? But then taking your mind and really actively squeezing the hamstring and seat, do you feel the difference in how much more open this can get? And then you want to take this hip bone and rib, and you're going to pull that hip bone a little bit up towards the rib so you can connect with your center more and keep that pelvis really anchored and centered. Okay, so now as we're anchored, we're going to keep our shoulders down as we bring the leg over. And you can actually roll onto this bottom leg. Keep it stretching long, almost like you're on the edge of the foot. And you can stretch this leg long if you want, or keep it down. You're breathing. Sometimes the longer you stay, you all of a sudden feel more release, right? So feel free to stay as long as you want. You can just press pause. I forgot the leg straightening, so you can do that. And then we're going to take the soles of our feet together, push them in towards one another to activate the hips, and just anchoring here. And you want to keep those feet pressing in towards one another as you allow the thighs to just get heavy. Now notice what happens if you let go of your feet connection. Do you feel the difference in that? It might feel like a stretch, but it's almost like an ugly stretch, right? It feels strained a little bit. So if you push into your feet and get that stretch, do you feel how more connected you are? It's all about those connections. And that allows you to stretch and strengthen at the same time. Okay, you're going to reach your arms up, keeping your arms on your back. Stretch that. Good, and they don't have to touch the ground. If they do, fine. If not, no worries. Those thumbs are just reaching to the ground. Keep the arms on the back, keep the ribs down, and breathe. Right into your center. And then just bring everything in, hugging the knees in towards your chest. Roll it on up through the spine, nice and tall. Good. And just hold right here. Stretching the legs long, lifting tall. Now lift your arms up towards the ceiling as you find the length in your body. Keep those feet together like they're flat on the floor. What does that mean, right? So they're not turning in or out. They're even and lined up. Sit bones down, hip bones up. Good, stretching out of your spine, drawing the belly in, and then just circling the arms around, placing those arms back behind you, opening the chest more, and then coming back to center. Good. Bend those knees in, roll to the feet, and allow your heels to get heavy to the floor, and drop your head over your knees, and just feel sort of yourself round into yourself. As you kind of rock back and forth, allowing those heels to get heavier to the floor. Good, and then just allow the heels to start to lower as you straighten the legs. And breathe here. Notice, are your butt bones over your heels? You want that. Don't want to press back into it. And then allow yourself to be like a fist distance between your big toe knuckles. You're just going to bend and send your pelvis back. And notice how your chest just settles on your thighs, and it will allow you to release the head, neck, and shoulders more. So allow that to happen. And then from here, you're going to lift your belly off your thighs, and you're going to come up. You're going to try to elongate your back, and you're going to keep elongating the back. So from the belly, come up a little bit more, and we're going to stretch our arms by our ears, and then lower it back down. And then as you start to roll up, we want to try to get our pelvis lined up. So get that pelvis lined up, and then start to straighten the legs as you come all the way up. Just center yourself for a breath or two. Just breathe there for a second, okay? Allow your body to just find the connection lined up there. Good. Keep standing there. Just give yourself one more big breath. And there you go. Good job. So just a quick little routine to get you connected with your body, feeling yourself sort of release some muscles that might have been feeling a little bit tight. But again, if you want to join me on Sundays in my Core Club community, every week we are live together, and that replay is always available for you to go back to. But it's just a nice way to connect with yourself, with each other, with your body. And thank you for joining me today for this last Sunday together. We have 2 more days left in the 30 days of Pilates, so I'm getting sad. But hopefully you're feeling really good, and that was my goal for you, to feel better in your body, feel more connected, and feel stronger. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for day 29. Bye.